out much these days. If I was to make a statement now, I don't think you're going to disagree with this. If I was going to say to you, the world's gone mad, what's your response? You can't think of anything else, can you, really? And over the past few years, there have been certain news items that just attract my attention and make me laugh. Nothing nasty, nothing cruel, but like, for instance, Britain's biggest ever robbery, the Hatton Garden heist, was carried out by a ruthless gang of senior citizens. One of which arrived at the scene of the crime by using his bus pass. The lookout was 75 years of age and incontinent. And I just wondered what he'd have done if the alarm had gone off. Things like that, you see. India joined the space race. True story. India sent a rocket into space. It was an unmanned rocket, but 2,000 people were sat on the roof. You get the idea now. Really crazy stories like we had a celebrity chef accused of stealing cheese from Tesco. Remember that story? And I wish I'd been a fly on the wall at the police station when the constable said to the sergeant, "Sarge, we've got Anthony Worrell Thompson here stealing cheese from Tesco's. Do you want to grill him or shall I?" I wish I'd been there at that point. We've got corruption in sport in all sorts of levels. True story this again. Bernie Ecclestone, the Formula One chief, or ex-Formula One chief, reputedly paid an undisclosed sum of money to a German court to avoid being tried for bribery. And the exploits of Mr. Giggs are still proving legendary in Manchester. In fact, they've started making a film about it now. It's called Saving Ryan's Privates. And then this happened. Thanks, TJ. When the World Cup went to Qatar, something didn't seem quite fair. They all shouted thanks, Herr Blatter, and made the guy a millionaire. He worked for FIFA. It's all crazy stuff. We're living in times of riots and civil disobedience. Can't even say it. Disobedience. Happened 9 years ago now, and it happened in Derby, where I now live. 7 young men decided to loot Argos, which in itself shows a certain lack of ambition, doesn't it? 7 young men looted Argos. They were all arrested, and it serves them right because when the police arrived, 4 of them were still looking through the catalogue. 2 were waiting at collection point B, and the other one was taking his stuff back because it was faulty. You know. We're living in times when women put cats in wheelie bins. That was a sad story. The lady was no doubt disturbed when she did it. She put a cat in the wheelie bin and consequently was prosecuted by the RSPCA. Fine. But then after that, the council got involved because it was the wrong bin. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but cats are landfill. They are not recycling. Don't put them in recycling. Then we had the Pope come across. Now the Pope, there's a Pope Benedict before he retired. He came to the UK to deliver a series of outdoor masses and did one in Glasgow which attracted 70,000 people, a remarkable situation. And on that day the Pope decided to do something different. So he announced the crowd in the big PA system. He said, "Today I'll do something different. If anyone here has a problem, come to me, I will lay my hands on you and I will heal you." And this big Scots fellow stood up, he said, "I'm a bit concerned about my hearing." The Pope said, "Come here, my son." Put finger in here, put hand on head, 70,000 people pray, Susan Boyle sing for half an hour. Half an hour later, the Pope said, "You're still concerned about your hearing?" He said, "Aye, it's next Tuesday." It's all very sad, isn't it? And now, does anybody here remember the great toilet roll shortage of 2020? You could never unsee some of those sites, could you? Now, I don't know if it's happened to anybody else here. That point where you're in a really difficult situation, you're sat in the loo and you suddenly realise that there is no toilet roll there. And you end up having to do that really weird Chuck Berry duck walk thing to get to where the toilet rolls are. Well, that happened to me, and it took me 45 minutes to get to Tesco's. And I felt sorry for Gino Di Campo, because he'd arranged a little soiree, a little meal for Gordon and for Fred, and it all went pear-shaped because of this. Thanks, TJ. Gino Di Campo. Welcome, my friends. Sit yourselves down. Let me explain why I called you around. I have bad news. Prepare for a shock. There is no flour. The shop's out of stock. Can you understand what a fraud I feel? A chef with nothing left to make an Italian meal. I've got no pasta in the house. Haven't had for days. How am I supposed to make a bolognese? Oh my God, I swear I'd be on my knees just to get a whiff of macaroni cheese. What a cruel trick of nature, making me feel like a Mickey Mouse. It's been a disaster living with no pasta in the house.